wanted to make a short video about OffsetMap. So first, talk about the map itself. You have three groupings by nature-based projects, energy projects, and industry projects. These marker sizes correspond to the estimated annual emission reductions. They're estimates to just give you an idea of roughly the potential impact of these projects. So here we see the different sizes and the different groupings. So if we click on a project, we see on the left-hand side the registry information for that project. So in this case, it's a Vera project. We have the description of the project, as well as a link to the documentation. Next to that, we see the SDG icons attributable to the project. These are, again, coming from the registry. And lastly, we see a chart corresponding to the credit retirement data. So for this case, we see most of the credits have been issued in 2023, and because they're so recent, very few have been retired. If you want to learn more about the specifics of the project, you can look at the transactions for the project. This is the same transactional data that's used to make the chart. You can see, okay, here's the quantity issued, and on behalf of whom are these credits retired, if that information is available. So if we click around, you can see, okay, here's different projects. Again, we can click on a specific project. Again, we get the data. In this case, it's a gold standard project. Again, we have the SDG information, and for this project, we don't have retirement data, which means it's not in the registry. Likewise, if we want to look further, we can search by project. So in this case, if we want to look for a specific project, we can type in that project by its identifier, and again, click on it. Here you go. You have a specific project. You can use this for strings as well. So in this case, we can type in solar, and now it's showing only solar projects across all registries. This data works with both the filter, the map, and the table. So in this case, we're looking at solar projects. There's 550. We can click on a table. In the table, we have the ability to sort by different columns. It's quite useful to organize information. So in this case, if we're looking at solar projects and we want to find the largest solar project, okay, we see there's a large solar project from Vera in India. Okay, we see it's the identifier, so maybe we can go look at it. Okay, now it's just showing it here, and now it's showing it on the map. So again, we can click on it, and okay, yeah, we see a large solar project in India, and we see the retirement information. And again, we can look at the transactional data for that project specifically. I want to also talk about shortly the different filter capabilities. So right now we're using all registries, but if we want to be specific to the, say, American Carbon Registry, which is mainly in North America, we have now only showing ACR projects. We can further filter by project type. In this case, let's go carbon capture. Now, okay, there's only 5 projects, and here are the 5 projects in North America. Likewise, we're still in ACR. We can filter by country. I mean, most of the projects are in America, but say we want to look at the Brazilian projects. Now we're showing only the Brazilian projects in ACR. Last thing I want to talk about is the dashboard. It's a fully interactive dashboard that shows you the credit retirement information as well as the different project information regarding the different project groupings. So in this case, we're showing the credit retirement for all projects. Likewise, we're showing the most popular project types by count in descending order. This data is normalized just to show you like the frequency of when these projects were first created. And then we're seeing the geographical groupings of the projects. All of these are interactive in some way. So the main way is through this sunburst diagram, which basically gives you the distribution of the different project types by the 3 groupings in an interactive diagram. So let's start. We can click on energy, and now the retirement information is only for the groupings of energy. Likewise, the project types are sorted just by the energy category, and you're just seeing now a regional distribution of the energy projects. So you can see, okay, most of the projects are in Asia and Africa. If we want to go further and look at a specific project type, we can do that. We click on it, and now we're seeing the credit retirements for the wind projects. We're seeing the project counts for the wind projects by first-year credit issuance, and likewise where the wind projects are clustered, in this case, Turkey and India. we can go back and we can look at, for example, nature projects. Okay, now we're seeing, okay, the largest project type categories: agriculture, forestry, and other land use, all the way down to, let's say, wetland restoration. We're seeing the credit retirements, and likewise, we're seeing the distribution of projects. We can again then click on a specific category, say A&R, and we can see, okay, here's the retirement issuances, here are the groupings, and yeah, it's fully interactive, and I hope you guys get some utility out of that.